I love how Kai streamed the game. Now everybody wants to play it. Yeah. Funny enough, my girl's playing Elden Ring. She just beat Mog yesterday, funny enough. And she was telling me that one of her friends was like, oh, you playing it because Kai played it? She was like, shut the fuck up. Like, she was playing it before Kai played it. And the same thing with I seen it was under a DLC post on Twitter. Somebody left a comment and they said, thank God Kai Cenat played the game because now we're getting DLC. They were frying that nigga in the comment section. Did anybody see that? Did anybody see that tweet? They were like, they announced the DLC before he played the game. What are you talking about, bruh? Like, respect because he played it, but like, shut the fuck up, bruh. The glazing is crazy. Like, not like it won game of the year or something. I saw Ethos cook him. Yeah, Ethos, I think, replied to it. That shit had me fucking dying. Like, yo, y'all are wilding with this shit, man. Like, we happy that y'all finally opened your eyes and started playing some games, but don't act like you found them. That Christopher Columbus syndrome is real. It is fucking real. Before we get to everything we know about, now we can start with everything we know about. Fuck it. Why not?
Finally getting its much anticipated
I'm speeding this shit up though.
In Shadow of the Erdtree. Currently, this is the only DLC expansion plan for Elden Ring, and it is a big one. So, let's talk about everything we know so far.
Everything we know.
Shadow of the Erdtree continues Elden Ring's excellent open-world gameplay style, with players coming to the Land of Shadow. According to director Hidetaka Miyazaki, the Land of Shadow is just as large of an area as Limgrave, if not even bigger. It's the largest DLC the team at From Software has ever created. The exploration will be just like that of an area from the main game, with the Land of Shadow including open field exploration, smaller dungeons, and legacy dungeons. You'll still have the ability to fast travel to Sites of Grace, just like in the main game, and once you've unlocked Sites of Grace in the Land of Shadow, you'll be able to fast travel in and out of it.
Yeah, almost a week away.
Translated by Reddit user The Angry Furlong, director Hidetaka Miyazaki explains that the DLC area
next Friday is going crazy.
He compares it specifically to Sekiro. Separate from the original level system, there is an attack power that is only enabled in the DLC areas. From the rest of Miyazaki's answer, it seems this was done so both low-level and higher-level players can access the DLC without the higher-level players being too overpowered to properly experience the challenge. In Sekiro,
he wanted to make sure the scrubs can play.
Bosses gave the players memories. These memories could then be used to increase the player's attack power.
Will you be streaming this next week? Absolutely. This is day one. What up, Ace?
Sekiro is mostly non-linear, meaning you can save some harder bosses for later when you've obtained more memories and are more powerful. So if Shadow of the Erdtree works in a similar manner to Sekiro, this could mean that going to a smaller dungeon and tackling an easier boss would increase your attack power and get you more prepared for the legacy dungeon bosses. Although if you want an additional challenge, you can probably fight the legacy dungeon bosses. Something I've been wondering is if I need to prepare a brand new character where I haven't completed any of the endings from the main game before tackling the DLC.
Nah.
I've wondered if you could unlock a brand new ending by completing the DLC. Well, in the same Famitsu interview with Miyazaki, they asked if the DLC affects the ending of the main story, and he responded that no, that won't happen, and events of the main story will also not affect the DLC. The story of the DLC will be contained entirely within the DLC. We've also learned that
that's crazy because like new people who play the game, if they buy the DLC, it'll be like a completely different adventure. It's like people who played Mass Effect's Legendary Edition. Like the DLC is already in the game, so you play it, and like if it's your first time playing it, you might think that it's a part of the game. But like, nah, this shit was after the
spells, weapon arts, and more for players.
I'm not sleeping until I finish the DLC. Yeah, I don't know about that.
Brand new aspect of the Crucible where the player sprouts wings.
My rule with these games, if I run into a boss, unless I beat the boss really easily, that boss is what I'm fighting for that stream. I'm usually mentally taxed after that. I might explore, but if I run into another boss, fuck that. I'm either ending the stream or we're getting off. You have to protect your mental health when you play these games, bro. You have to. I don't have it in me. I'm too old. What up, LaShawn? We good over here.
Following the path of Miquella into the Land of Shadow. Miquella, for those of you who haven't played in a hot minute, is one of the children of Marika and Radigan, and is
America.
Unlike many other From Software DLCs, Shadow of the Erdtree also takes place in the present and doesn't have players.
Yeah, 15 hours protecting your mental health, huh?
Shadow, there are
Ace, don't make me pull your achievements up.
Firstly, in order to
first of all, I saw how you played the game last night. That was my first time watching you play. Very questionable. Run headfirst in and spam the rivers of blood. That dodge game was a little weak. The fundamentals were looking a little weak. I was like, makes sense why you how you beat Millennia so easily. Summon that this nigga summoned a mimic tier, had rivers of blood, was popping runes and shit. Nigga couldn't dodge the easiest shit. I'm like, yeah, we need to see you stream some more of your playthroughs.
Shadow, we're told in the trailer description for Shadow of the Erdtree that
I really feel like we had an all-out war in the group chat today, and niggas is getting exposed for their Mickey Mouse playthroughs. I really feel like it's a Mickey Mouse play. I feel like context really gets lost in how I played the game. Because I played the game using straight basics. You niggas play basics the way I play. The only thing you could say I had that was cheese was that damn Moonveil, because I could hit hard. But even still, I had to use fundamentals. You niggas is jumping people. You're jumping people. You're playing co-op. You're popping runes. You got a mimic tier. It's 4 or 5 of you niggas on the screen and you're still losing the fight. You're jumping and losing? That's crazy. Couldn't be me.
Divesting himself of his flesh, his strength, his lineage.
We found out today, I didn't even know because I didn't really watch Siggy's playthrough. The thing that I forgot about Elden Ring when it came out, we were all so busy grinding and playing the game. Nobody really had time to watch everybody else's stream. So niggas was calling each other out in the group chat today. I didn't know Siggy's playthrough was Mickey too. He was running the Rivers of Blood and the Mimic too. I was like, oh, but you talking shit about everybody else. This is crazy. Everybody's going to court. Everybody's going to court. Niggas want to talk about me.
Is likely because he divested himself of his flesh, maybe even killing himself, similar to
what Ace skipped some. You skipped that damn dragon from the fucking, what was it, the Azula Ferrum area, the area with all the tornadoes. How did you miss the dragon, bro? You definitely just ran down the main path with your little cheese ass build. I don't want to hear that shit, bro.
Shadow. We also learned further something that
lied about his playthrough.
Nicola is far scarier than the initial game let on, as the trailer tells us. Pure and radiant, he wields love to shrive clean the hearts.
Siggy's was Mickey from the jump. Man had that magic sword and shot the special beam cannon. Y'all are late. Like I said, I didn't get to watch because the thing about Elden Ring is it was such an intensive game. Like you really had to grind that shit. I didn't have time to really watch people. I will be in nigga streams. We will be watching because everybody got jokes. Everybody got jokes. I would love to see y'all. Well, as a matter of fact, it doesn't even matter because Millennia has been nerfed like 10 times already. But I would love to see you niggas fight Millennia the way that I fought her and then see if it's fucking funny. Because I feel like I could beat her in 3 tries too if I was running co-op, popping runes like perks, fucking running a mimic tier. Look at me. I'm standing in the back as my mimic tier swings at him. And then I'm going to run behind him and slash and shit like that. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all niggas jumping. Y'all not fighting.
Such affection. This all makes it sound like Miquella has learned how to use people to achieve his means. I know I'm not the first person to make this comparison, but everything about Miquella is highly reminiscent.
It makes that stat too. The 62% who didn't beat Mog, it makes that stat very believable. You niggas don't have the skills. We said gonna be on the dunk contest, giving them threes. We gonna see who's fun to make because they said all the bosses is just as hard as like the end game shit. You gotta come correct. Damn, you said they don't know how to squabble. Nah, turn that mimic off, bruh. Turn it off. Turn it the fuck off, bruh. Niggas is running into fights with 6 wolves. It's a 7v1. You niggas. I would hope you win the fight. I hope you win the fight. What are you talking about?
Dark side to him.
It's in the game. I'm going to use it. All right.
Why is Miquella in the land?
I'm not knocking you if you use it. I'm just saying don't compare your playthrough to mine. We didn't do the same thing. We didn't do the same thing.
This line is especially interesting because we know that Marika isn't from the lands between where the main Elden Ring game takes place.
That's always my thing. Like if you want to use this stuff, because like I agree with it. If it's in the game, you should be allowed to use it. If you want to use it, I'm okay with that shit. I'm not gonna knock it. My issue always is niggas is talking to me like they're doing the same thing, bruh. Like they doing the same thing as me. You're not. You're standing in the back, JG. This is JG's playthrough. Kamehameha. Then you go. I'm the Elden Lord. And you want to hear the worst part? The nigga popped a rune and had a mimic tier. Oh my god, bro. The fuck out of here. I want to hear that shit.
Women are said to have come from outside the lands between and are in fact of the same stock as Queen Marika herself.
I want to hear that shit.
Either the Land of Shadow is where the Newmen are from, or the Land of Shadow is where Marika first went to before coming to the lands between. According to Miyazaki, the Shadowlands are where Marika became a god and where the Erdtree was born. The Land of Shadow seems to be draped over by giant baldachin. While we see a
the clips, I will be clipping. I will be clipping come June 21st.
Things invisible. The Black Knife assassins were concealing veils that make them invisible, and the Mimic's Veil allows the user to appear as a nearby object. It's especially interesting then that the Mimic's Veil is also known as Marika's mischief.
So we need a Kamehameha
giant veil covering and obscuring the Land of Shadow. From Miyazaki, the Shadowlands have been removed and hidden from the outside world, and this veil is a symbol of that. As Marika became a god in the Shadowlands, it seems pretty likely to me that she would have been the one to hide it from the world, as there's probably something there she didn't want anyone to find, which could very well be exactly what Miquella is trying to find. Another important note about the Land of Shadow is that everything here seems to be blasphemous. The things that the Golden Order would have shunned, from omen horns everywhere to enemies using aspects of the Crucible to snakes and dragon references. This comes into play, especially with the new key.
I miss when games were just fun. When I can't wait for this in Black Myth Wukong. Oh yeah. And also Assassin's Creed. What you mean? There's plenty of fun games. What you mean you miss when games were just fun? What do you mean?
Mesmer would seem to have every bit
It's
of
fun to talk shit.
tied to him. He also seems to be another child of America's and is seen sitting on a throne. According to Miyazaki, this represents the thrones at the base of the Erd tree.
What build did you have?
That Mesmer stands on equal footing to those other demigods and children.
I didn't. That's how I know you niggas is on. Yo, when niggas come in your chat and ask you, yo, what build did you have? You had a YouTube build. I didn't have. I had a real nigga build, bro. My build was my build. What was your build? Did you have like a bleed build? Like what are you talking about, bro? I ran several weapons in my playthrough, and then I found I did not look it up on YouTube, and anybody who watched my playthrough can attest to this. I used the moon veil, and the only reason I use it is because I found it naturally. I was just exploring the game. So once I found that, I used that, and I built my intelligence up. But like I didn't have like some YouTube build where I was popping runes and the da 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 da. That was my build. I literally just used the moon veil and I dodged. That's all I did. I had the stealth armor, so it made it harder to be seen by like, you know, smaller enemies. But I didn't have like some special build with maximum fucking maximum efficiency optimization or whatever. Yeah, I was the Pebble of the East, baby.
Found in these thrones and held the rooms of the Erd tree. It seems from the DLC that Mesmer does Marika's bidding. Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death in the embrace of Mesmer's flame. While this is the general story we know, from the first trailer, there were many
said it's all cheese? Yeah, we all cheaters.
We're able to find a piece together. I'm not going to go into a full trailer breakdown here, but I actually made one for games.
Maximum, right, maximum pebble build. Yeah, I did use the pebble spell, but it was a level 1 pebble spell. Freaking matter of fact, if you was in my streams, because like, oh, people were like, yo, you use magic. I had a level 1 pebble spell, the default spell that you get in the game. That shit did no fucking damage. And up until I beat the game, anybody can attest who was in the stream with me. Niggas told me to turn that shit off. Your build's trash. Why are you using a level 1 spell? Because bitch, I want to. This is my build. And then I beat the game, and guess what? Niggas is on my dick, and y'all are changing the history. But you had a pebble spell. I swear to God, go look at my fucking YouTube video. I uploaded the majority of my fucking playthrough. So which one is it? Is it trash or is it not? And you know the funny shit is, chat? Who was in the chat when I played Liza P? They did the same exact thing when I fought the nameless puppet. I had the puppet ripper, right? I liked the weapon. I liked the weapon because it hit hard, but it was a slow weapon. You need to get off the puppet ripper. That shit is trash. You can't beat I beat it. They did it with fucking Jedi Survivor. You're using a heavy sword. You can't use it. That's one of the worst weapons. No, nigga, you suck. You suck. I don't want to hear this shit. I'm skilled. I'm skilled. I'm skilled. I don't want to hear that shit, bro. Crash out.
That myself and many others have.
I'm just sick. I'm sick and tired of the lion, the fronting.
This will be answered.
You was using a pebble spell. You niggas said that shit was trash till I won. Now it's good. Okay. Get off my dick. You said let them know.
Elden Ring Shadow of the
Earth. I hear that shit.
2021-2024 and is available for every system the game originally released on.
Meanwhile, you niggas, this is how you niggas played Elden Ring. All right, I just spent $70. What do I do now? This look familiar, Ace? Okay, not gonna choose to play my $70 game the way I want to. That's fair. This one's got 600,000 views. This should be a good build.
In this Elden Ring video, I'm going to cover my top 5 starter builds.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Strongest builds I think you can make.
Top 5 best build. Oh, look, oh, look at this. Is this the JG build right here? Didn't JG use that? The crack rocks?
So, you know, here we have like a paladin type build and mage.
That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. Does this look familiar? Niggas better get off my fucking dick, bro. I played the game. I streamed my whole fucking playthrough. I don't want to hear that shit, bro. This is bullshit.
9. The premium bundle, which includes the Elden Ring Shadow of the Erd tree digital art book and original soundtrack, costs $49.99. Notably, neither of these
June 21st is going down. June 21st.
Which costs $79.
Things are getting toxic.
Only available for the PS5, Xbox Series X, or Steam. The deluxe edition, which costs $99.99, includes the base game, Shadow of the Erd tree expansion, Elden Ring digital art book.
Nah, I didn't watch the new Bad Boys yet. I do want to see it though. I heard it's good.
On PS5.
Who copping this? I'm still on the fence. I got this shit saved. I might cop it. I'm on the fence. It's just hard to spend the money, man. I know I got to make the decision now, like sometime this week. So I can't wait.
Or Steam, you can purchase the Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree Collector's Edition.
Did you see the last Bad Boys?
Box that has in it
No. I think the last one I saw. Wait, did I? I don't. How many are there? Is that the fourth or the fifth one?
Shadow of the Erdtree expansion voucher, a Mesmer Then Paler figurine, a collectible box for Mesmer, a physical art book, and the digital soundtrack. Notably, it does not
The
come
fifth?
with the base Elden Ring.
Yeah, I didn't see the fourth one. Was the fourth one good?
Pre-order any of these and you'll get the Ring of Nicola bonus gesture. GameSpot will have plenty of content centered around Shadow of the Erdtree pre- and post-release, so make sure to stay tuned as we'll be working hard on making content. Similarly, I have to give a shout out to the Elden Ring community in general. Everyone makes fantastic and unique content, and I highly recommend...
Oh, by the way, I don't know if y'all saw. What's the director's name? Let me bring that tweet up since we talking about Elden Ring. Oh, I think Ethos retweeted it. Let me see. Dev Ethos. Oh, wait, is this the tweet? This is the tweet I was talking about. The dude said, thank God Kai Cenat revived the game for DLC. This man said he revived fucking Elden Ring.
I'm sorry. You gotta take that shit out, bro. You gotta breathe for a second. You're not even spitting on it anymore. You just trying to keep it in your throat.
Yo, what is the context of this? This man went viral with this shit. Ethos going viral over here. Okay, I see the 3,000 likes. Okay. Big Elden Ring is back. That's crazy on a reply tweet too. Where's that shit at? I think you retweeted it. There it is. Yeah, the game's director says using guides to beat From Software games is perfectly valid. He said, you are not a cheater if you use guides. If you Google shit, you are not a cheater. Now, we were talking about this in the group chat this morning because Ethos put this in there and he said, look, he said it's valid. So if you Google shit, y'all need to stop talking shit. And I said, first and foremost, I never said I had an issue with you. I said I formed. I didn't hide that shit. What's the name? I said I only clown niggas that acted like they didn't watch a YouTube video for their fucking, like, just don't lie about it. Remember we had to pry JG's teeth. I feel like that, the Google jokes is funny. Who remembers this shit when Sekiro came out, right? This nigga, you lied. When he started playing Sekiro, this nigga just knew where every NPC was. And I said, how do you know that route so goddamn well? I didn't do no. And then after a week, he finally admitted, I Googled. We knew you Googled, nigga. We could tell. That's my only thing. That's the only thing. It's only ever been Siggy that be on that's Mickey Mouse. That's me. I will say Mimic Tier is Mickey Mouse. But I never said if you look something up on YouTube, because this is a big ass game. I understand. It's overwhelming. You're not going to be able to find everything by yourself. Just don't lie if you look. And that's what I hate about this fucking community, bruh. Just niggas is fraud. I didn't look nothing up. I just happened to turn around and I knew how to do the bird farm. I just ended up in this area where there was this crow. And I just randomly knew how to shoot my bow and arrow through the tree, and I knew the crow would jump off the edge. I just knew. Stop. Collaborate and listen. Okay? I don't want to hear that shit. Hell nah, YouTube was my friend. Just don't lie about it. That's always been my stance. Cause then I'm on your ass. Then it's fucking funny to me. Like, what are you lying about, bro? What the fuck are you lying about? But people don't really hear me. That's my stance on it. That's my stance. Like, I disagree with Ethos. I never said that. I always said, just don't lie about what you did, basically. Talking about intuition and shit like that. But everything gets lost in context due to time. But I remember everything. I may be getting older, but I remember everything. You might need a hand cam because AI can play the game for you. In the PS6, that shit is coming, bro. It sounded like 616 situation to me. We gonna see. We gonna see when the DLC come out because, the DLC, nobody knows the best builds. Nobody knows the best routes. Nobody knows how to fight the bosses. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be people. It's going to have to be intuition, basic skills. Based off what I seen last night, Ace, I'm not going to lie. If they are saying the bosses in the DLC are as hard as the in-game bosses, if not harder, you're going to have to work on those rolling skills. What I saw last night, I was like, did you just start playing this game? Run up, rivers of blood. Run up, rivers. I can't believe he hit me. You nigga was not ready to roll. Niggas was not ready. What I saw, I was like, I don't know, man. I'm not sure if you're ready for the DLC, buddy. I can't believe the nigga, this nigga was fighting that big ass dragon, just telegraphing his moves. I'm like, you gonna roll? Nope, I'm just gonna river my blood through the way, baby. Shit is fucking funny. I'm trying to get my skills back. I've been playing horrible. I've been, and like I said, I never hid, because my girl playing, So like every once in a while, maybe like once a week, she'll ask me to play with her like co-op. And like I'll help her farm basically. So like I've been practicing my skills a little bit, you know, getting my feet wet. I don't hide that. I've been saying that for like the last 2 months or the last month or however long she's been playing. I don't hide it. Just stop lying about what you're doing. I just want the record to be known. I've never used Rivers of Blood and I'm proud of it. I feel that. I just happened to show up to Millennia and I had the best weapon to fight her. That's crazy. That's crazy. You could be like me and just play a tank with a big ass shield. It's all good though. It's all good though. It creates a fun conversation though. It creates a fun conversation. You know, you want to know the funny thing too? And before I wrap this conversation up, I had a conversation with my girl last weekend. And she was like, I can't believe it. Cause she comes from Call of Duty. This is her first Souls game. She's like, I'm so glad I listened to you and focused on the fundamentals of learning the iframes and rolling and like punishing. Cause she's like, I've been watching so many people's streams. She was like, I watched somebody with a Rivers of Blood pop 2 runes and a Mimic Tear and he couldn't get Godfrey's health down to half a bar. She was like, I hate that I'm saying this. She's like, I think I'm becoming an elitist. I was like, yes. Yes, you see what I'm talking. I was like, you have to stop listening to people, bro. They fucking suck. And they fucking suck, man. They fucking suck. I was like, yeah, welcome to the dark side. If you want to play cheese, I'm not mad at it. Because I personally believe you should enjoy your game. You paid for it. Just acknowledge you had a Mickey Mouse run through. Don't come over here. We talking about the playoffs. You're still in the regular season. You don't get to comment on what's going on in the NBA finals because you didn't even make the playoffs. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Stay over there. The Elden Ring arc is gonna go insane. What up, Fusion DX? Just like the people who didn't master deflecting in Sekiro, they got exposed at the end. Shit is crazy. I think I got the M Bison shit. So as you can see, we excited. We excited about From Software. Y'all think the DLC gonna win Game of the Year? What is this shit? They in the play-in. What the fuck am I looking at? GI rule if you ain't using your hands is Mickey Mouse. LOL. I don't know what the fuck I just looked at. This feels like Madara against the 5 Kages. You gotta have a GI court over these allegations. Nah. I just need everybody. When the DLC drops, I need wait, what the fuck? Breaking news, Marvel Studios has parted ways with Blade director Jan. This movie is never coming out, man. This movie's never, I'm not gonna lie. This poor dude. And why they do this to the black man? Just, it's nothing but negative news for this fucking movie, dude. I don't know. There's been like 10 script rewrites. The original script that leaked online sounded fucking horrible. And then I think the issue they're having now too is because this movie was supposed to have been done. They're supposed to be editing this shit right now. They're supposed to have been shot this shit. I think the issue they're having now, from what I read, is his schedule is becoming conflicting. So now there's reports that he might even drop out because he is an actor. He's got other things he has to do. So it's like they not respecting this nigga's time. The director's leaving. I wouldn't get your hopes up too high for this one. They're doing reshoots for black ass Captain America too. It's always the black characters. They be fucking with him, bro. Yeah, he got to get his money, man. I understand, bro. You playing with my body. And then on top of that, you're not getting no younger. You got to maximize the time that you here. Come on now. I hate it here, man. I hate it here. This is bad news. Damn, it's saying something at the MCU is on the priority list. Blade should be at the top of the list. Blade saved Marvel. He should be at the top of the list. The Marvel check cool, but the disrespect of time is messed up. Yeah, I feel like this shit's been delayed for like 3 years in a row. So I'm assuming we're never getting this movie. I'm just not going to get my hopes up. I'm sure it'll come out eventually, but I'm not going to get my hopes up for this shit. I mean, no, lower on Marsha's list. Just hire Wesley back. Shit, they could bring him back as like a variant. What is this shit? This is a mobile game?
Kill racing champion.
Fuck no. Bison trailer. This is what I wanted, a proper trailer instead of that gameplay that like 12 minutes or so. GTA gonna come out before this movie. You're not wrong.
Do I resemble this man you call Bison? I shall take that name.
Thought you saw this already? Nah, I didn't see this one yet.
Interesting.
So is he like a clone? I saw like a 10-minute gameplay demo. I didn't know there was a trailer.
I shall crush your spirit.
He might be taking over Sagat's body. I hope. Wait. So is that a theory that's going around, Trey? That he took over Sagat's body? I hope that's true. That would make Flock so fucking mad, and it would make me laugh so much. He kind of does look like Sagat's build. I thought it was just a clone. He looking like the Liver King. My question is, when did he get so much melanin on his skin? He black now? Is Bison Dominican now? What the fuck is this? He been in the desert? Yo, the way he ran up on him. Ooh, that little spin in the air was nice. Dominican Bison. Pointless. I can't wait for the LTG streams. Ooh, saucy combo. Street Fighter don't got no combos. You going back now that Akuma's out? Nah, I realize I'm retired. I just like watching other people play at this point. Like, everybody's so good at this game now. Like, there's no point. And I don't have the energy to fucking try hard anymore. I'm waiting for Fatal Fury. I'm waiting for Double KO. I think it was Max that posted some gameplay. That shit looked fire. I think Nomad retweeted it. I think that's how I saw it on my timeline. Let me see. Yeah, we know. My likes are private. Let's see. Nomad. I love this right here. You can fucking perfect guard in the air. This is literally the polar opposite of tracking 8, because that's what it's called. I know there was a patch where they reduced some of the tracking. It's too late. You lost me. It's still, I'm always gonna call it tracking 8. Fatal Fury might finally cross over into the mainstream, bro, because it's always been very niche. But it's looking good. It's looking good. Shit looking super crisp, super crispy. Too slow. Too slow. Got corner combos, okay. Ooh. SNK might be big 3. It's actually very fascinating to see how much hype this game is actually getting, at least from FGC people. Because, like, I feel like that last King of Fighters came out. I played it. Somebody in the chat asked me, did I play the last King of Fighters? I played it, but I was just like, eh. I feel like that King of Fighters, besides hardcore King of Fighter fans, nobody really cared about that game. But I feel like people are actually, like, looking forward to this game. The online was ass. Yeah, that makes sense. Hopefully they get that's what I'm worried about too. The net code. I really hope SNK gets the net code right. Where you put where would I put Soul Calibur? Soul Calibur is my favorite fighting game. But apparently it doesn't sell well, so they're never gonna come back. Never gonna play back. Fuck Keelik players. Maximum Football. What'd you link? What did you link? What is the definition of the anime big three? Because I've seen like 6 to 7 titles. Mighty Keep, Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball. I think the big three is defined by what area you come from. That at this point in time, because anime has been popular for so long, the answer is going to change every single time. I don't even know what the big three is right now. But like when I was a kid, the big three would have been Dragon Ball, Naruto, and then it would interchange between either One Piece or Bleach, depending on who you ask. That was the big 3 or 4. Then it changed, and it was what, My Hero, One Piece, and then something else. I don't know. It depends on who you ask. I don't really give a fuck as long as you pick something respectable. Attack on Titan, yeah, you might put, yeah, probably Attack on Titan. See, if you'd asked me, I would have put Black Clover in there, but y'all know, y'all not ready for that conversation. Asta GOAT, y'all not ready for that. You know the GOAT. The big 3 is One Piece, Bleach, and Naruto. That's what Shonen named them because they made the most money. Yeah, that's what I remember it is. Yeah, the big 3 is not debatable. It's not about your favorite. It's about money. It's objectively those 3, and I wish I would just accept that and be quiet. Yeah, if we're talking like historically, then like, yeah. But I feel like that answer is different now because there's so many new anime viewers, so it's kind of hard to... My thing is like, why do y'all care that much? It's fucking cartoons. It's cartoons. Who gives a fuck? So why you like Black Clover so much? Because the story and the action is it's fucking fire. Once the story gets going, it never stops. Like the pacing on it is immaculate. And every time like I defend that shit, I ask people, did you finish it? No. I couldn't get into it. That nigga be yelling. And it does suck in the beginning. I'm not gonna lie, it does. But if you stick with it, it gets fire. Niggas not watching, they just be arguing. Yeah, they just be arguing. It's not subjective at all. That nigga is yelling. They be yelling. I feel like that's a weird argument too. Because they yell in they literally yell in every shonen anime. That's like a component. Yelling, the power of friendship, tournament arcs. People be picking and choosing what they like. Just say you're biased. Like, I don't hear that shit. I seen a clip, and I meant to tweet this shit out. I seen a clip on TikTok of Luffy. He basically was like twerking. He was like twerking on a bedpost or some shit. I was like, yo, what? I was like, yo, this is your goat? Dumb Diddy gum ass shit, bro. And then he was like yelling. I was like, what is this? That shit is fucking funny, man. That shit is funny. If you haven't seen the Licked fight, if you haven't seen them fight them devils in Black Clover, I don't want to hear your opinion on the show, bro. I do not want to hear your opinion, man. That shit, it may have went off, but the way it went out on top, bro. Is Demon Slayer the yellow nigga who goes nothing but bitch and moan? I didn't even watch. I couldn't get into Demon Slayer. It just wasn't for me. You sound like a One Piece fan. I'm not a One Piece fan. I watched 13 episodes. I just couldn't get into it. I believe y'all when y'all say it's good. I don't dismiss, like, I know I joke about it a lot. I believe you when you say that the show gets good. My issue is and this is why I find it fascinating and hypocritical when people talk about Black Clover, right? When I say I just couldn't get into it, most people will tell me One Piece gets really good at like episode 300. So you'll wait till episode 300 for One Piece to get good, but I tell you to watch like 30 episodes of Black Clover and it's an issue. That's what I be saying. Like, y'all be biased as fuck and you don't even want to admit it. I'm not watching 300 episodes of something before it gets good. No, thank you. So like, I believe y'all when y'all say it's good. I don't have to watch it. I don't have the time. I literally don't have the time. And if I do have the time, I'm probably going to fall asleep. Not because it's boring, because I'm fucking old. Did you watch the movie? Yeah, the movie was alright. Nah, I'm good. I dealt with dumbasses today. What? Yeah, One Piece takes too long to pick up. I'm just not that invested. Lifeless Moon. What is this?
What is this place?
Who linked this shit? Who linked this? No, thank you. Maximum Football. I know somebody had linked that shit. No, thank you.
Begins with a dream. Almost a decade ago,
David Winter's dream was to create a
Madden got competition?
sandbox football game, the ultimate universe for fans of simulation football. At Maximum Entertainment, we believe in that dream.
I have a life. I'm not spending 1,000 episodes on a cartoon. And that's what I hate about the One Piece community too. They act like it's like, okay, just watch 50 episodes a week. I don't have the time. What part of that don't you understand? What part of that? Like, dude, I have other shit I gotta do. I gotta write videos. I gotta produce videos. I gotta stream. I gotta hang out with my lady. My dog needs 1,000 walks a day. I would say I was trying to get my dick wet, but this is a Christian stream. We don't have sex over here. You gotta talk to family. You gotta run errands. Sometimes I just want to go out. I've been playing tennis lately. I don't want to watch 1,000 episodes. No, thank you. Some of us don't want to rot in our beds. Vitamin D, it's good for you. Go outside, look at the sun, say photosynthesis activate. That shit gonna hit your skin and you're gonna go ultra instinct. Look it up, vitamin D.
Over the last 2 years, we've built the right team to create the right game to deliver on that vision. Rebuilt from the ground up, with gameplay based on real-world physics, Maximum Football creates an environment that will allow fans to live that dream along with us.
This shit look kind of crispy.
For you, alongside you. And you won't be paying for a new roster next year. You won't have to buy the same game twice just to
shots at Madden.
Pro ball.
You won't have to buy a new roster next year.
Free. Both college and pro will always be available in the same game, and we'll always listen to your feedback and requests for what happens next. This game grows with you. As the game evolves, you'll see all your favorite modes coming back too. At launch, we'll have Dynasty and competitive.
To be fair though, they're taking shots at Madden. You won't have to do a roster update next year. That's because you don't have the NFL license. There was never going to be a roster update, nigga. What the fuck are you talking about?
Followed by franchise, mode, and much more over the coming months and years. Plus, you'll be able to customize to your heart's content. Make your own team of legends within our amazing, committed community. Football is about working together as a team.
Did you hear that Zion Williamson is going to replace Joey Chestnut this year at the hot dog eating contest? Are you being for real? Where you get that from? That ain't real. He lying. 600. 600. Is this from a fake tweet account? Butt Crack Sports? Breaking Zion Williams. Yeah, this is a fake account, bruh. Butt Crack Sports? Yo, who said that? 600, bruh. Yeah, 600 glow up. I'm not even mad. Like, that shit's funny. This nigga's news source is Butt Crack Sports. Like, yo, this is what I mean when I said, like, yo, I hate that everybody can pay. And the worst part is it says satire news and trolling. It says it in the bio, bruh. I hate that everybody can pay for a blue check mark because now people just be scrolling. Oh, butt cracks, that makes sense. Like, what are you talking about, dude? Oh, shit.
You, our community, are our team. And by listening to your voices, we know we'll make the most accurate simulation of
what up, Hezzy?
Ever created.
Looks a little stiff.
Maximum Football's community manager. Welcome to our open beta. This is a small demo purely showing our on-field gameplay, and we'd love to.
Is it free? Yeah. The demo's out now. Who played it? Is it good? People just gonna make NFL teams in this shit.
Start playing the Maximum Football open beta for free today. Coming to Steam Early Access later this year.
Oh, this shit on PS4, it's gonna be ass. No. It's on PS4, it's gonna be ass. And you know why? Because if they're making the game for PS4, that means it has to, for the 5 and the series and the 4, that means it has to be able to run on the 4, which means console parity, which means the technology behind the game, it has to work on the 4. So the physics aren't gonna be as good because they're not even maximizing the power of these platforms. So, like, I know PS4 players, you don't see a reason to upgrade, but y'all keep complaining games are not getting better. You have to understand that's your fault. As long as they have to make games for last gen, we will not be able to see the maximum power of these platforms. My only worry with City of Wolves as well is it's gonna be on PS4 too. I wouldn't be too worried about that because City of Wolves is it's a cell shaded game, so it's not graphically intensive. That's more about art direction. Like this is more graphically intensive because like it's more realistic, but also it's more physics based, which takes more computing power. So like I wouldn't worry too much about that. But like this type of game where it's really about like realism and emulating what's going on in life, the grass, the physics, the sweat and shit like that, the PS4 is gonna hold the 5 back. Trey Sold played it, it's ass. It's CPU and RAM heavy. Yeah. It's like I wouldn't worry too much about City of Wolves because like it's not the same type of game. But I think that's all I got for you in terms of news, ladies and gentlemen. It is. So I guess we can get on Stellar Blade. I haven't played it in a while. Boot that shit up. I've noticed a lot of games that have been shown off at the Summer Games Fest are coming to 4 and 5. It's because so many people are still on those platforms. They won't upgrade. So if you wonder why this generation's been ass, the consumer is part of the problem.